Sunday, November 14th, 2021. I just got back from work a little bit ago. Changed. Getting comfortable. I have tomorrow off. And it's snowing. It's exciting. We're getting like a little bit. I mean, it's actually sticking to the grass. So, anyway, that's the exciting part of this video. So, anyway, I didn't really have much to say. I'm doing alright. Getting ready for the holidays around here, I guess. I'm not, because I don't really have to do anything for it. I just will be going out to my dad and stepmom's place somewhere around the holiday, as I think I've mentioned. And that's it. That is my holiday. I'll make a phone call or text or two, and that's it. But as far as, at work, it's like, it's a big deal for most people. And that gets me to, and also I was looking at some other platforms, and it's like, I look around and, I see how other people live, and, just what they show off at least. And, it's like, wow, I am like nothing like other people. Yep. And I'm not particularly concerned. I feel like I should want to be more like other people, and but I can't. It's like, I don't know even what other people's, like, why are they doing what they do? Not, I mean, I can, a lot of things, it's like, I can understand like how they're doing some of the things they're doing, but why would they want to? And it's like, I don't get it. And I mean, in some of the things, of course, this is just broad, generalizations. That people have different skills and ideas and thoughts and feelings and, talents and things like that, that I don't. And they think different than I do, which is okay, I suppose. But I don't know why they do what they do. And then I feel, it's like, I can choose whether or not to feel bad about myself for all the different, status symbols and status ways people measure each other against each other. That's how it seems. Yardsticks to determine one's own value against other people around, so one can judge oneself better, whether they're good enough or whatever, however they're. Because people will choose to do that. They'll put themselves into the public eye for evaluation. And I don't know. I don't really like doing that, so I just mostly try not to, because I just don't deal well with praise or criticism. It just doesn't. It's just I'm just better off just not knowing a lot of times, sadly. And it's like, I'll just do whatever it is I do and just be kind of blind. And it's like, whether it's any good or not, I don't know. And don't tell me if it's good, because that'll mess me up. And don't tell me if it's bad, because that'll mess me up. So it's kind of, I'll just stay in my little limbo. Because don't teach me how to do anything either. Because if I already have a way of doing it and somebody tries to teach me the right way to do it, that'll mess me up. I can, so it's like, I think about that as far as like my writing goes. It's like, I'm at a spot with, my moods, which I don't know all of them. But it's like I was taught how to write. I was given the tools, the basics, you know, in school, things like that. And then when I got to more, advanced learning, taught how to write, critical writing, critical thinking, critical logic, and taught how to write for essays and papers and persuasion and scientifically. So a lot of prose and creative writing too. So when I got to university in West Virginia, scientific background, I mostly focused on learning how to write for the scientific community. And but with my philosophy, I had to also learn an accepted way to write that form of thought and idea exchange, where you're pontificating postulations on prose written by people that have long passed. And, there's a certain eloquence and etiquette, and you can't theoretically be wrong, but in philosophy, I would think. But it's a way of sculpting and crafting your word form, so it can convey the message in an articulate fashion, with brevity, grace, and tactile succinctness. And I liked that right there. That's good. And anyway, so I got told a couple times, and I took it as a compliment, that my bullshit was really on high par. It's like, thank you. I could take subjects and spin yarns just out of nowhere, and it's like just. I guess this is before I had any idea, or I noticed, but I never even considered that I was autistic. I mean, and no one told me, or no one, I just knew I would, I don't know. I don't know what I knew. I don't know what I knew, and I don't know what I thought or how I thought, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, different writing styles, and so I also had some English literature, and some also had some European literature classes too, and history. So I learned how to write history papers, English papers, philosophy papers, scientific papers for biology mostly, but some for chemistry, and then. And psychology too. I think there was a couple of papers I had to write for psychology courses, or sociology. It was a good mixture. So then no writing after college, no writing at all. I just nothing creative, at least. I just went into the workforce, and found that I could get away with living how I lived, and drinking how I drank, and I didn't have to do anything. Nothing was being required of me to be creative, and at the time I wasn't really interested. I just was a consumer, and I didn't do anything productive, really. I don't think so. I don't remember. I don't think I did. Mostly just played a lot of video games, watched movies, watched TV, went on trips around the country and stuff every so often, but didn't form any lasting relationships, didn't kindle any new friendships, didn't meet people, let friendships I did have fall away, because I didn't really see the point. I was socializing. I could just socialize by myself just fine, and drink and at home. Wouldn't have to worry about going out and spending more money. And it's a lot of hassle. So anyway, but I didn't write. That's the point. Get to the end of the whole, fast forward 15 years, and just gloss over that whole thing, and back to writing. It's like I don't know how to write. I don't know what this is that I'm doing. It's everything combined, all my past history and experiences, and what I think of as writing. Whatever it is I think of as writing isn't necessarily what might be mainstream or accepted as writing. It is what I think is writing. I don't care whether it's good or not. I don't care if it's normal or constructed in a certain way, or if it has proper punctuation or references or anything like that. I'm just going to write how I write, and it probably takes on different forms and borrows from all the different schools that I was ever exposed to, and now it's just all mishmashed in an amalgamation, and then stuff comes out, and I don't know. But like I said, don't tell me it's good, because that'll mess me up. And don't tell me it's bad, because that'll mess me up. So, but luckily I don't have anybody telling me anything, because I don't show it to anybody. And luckily, and I think that some of the people that have access to it and can read it if they chose, they don't, I don't know if they know what to say about it, so they don't. So they just kind of leave me alone, which is pretty much, it's like I don't want anybody, because a lot of it would be troubling and worrisome, but it's me, so it's normal. So it's not like the thoughts and things I have are like all of a sudden new, and no, they're old. It's just now I'm writing it, so it's nothing surprising. It's not like revelational to me. It's only to other people, because they don't know me. So I'm very gentle at first when exposing myself to exposing my thinking to another person for the first time. It's like, this is gonna be weird, but trust me, I'm okay on it, because so when people see me the next day that might have some access, it's like, yeah, that might have sounded like you'd never see me again, but no, that was a Tuesday. So I am surviving myself a lot better than I ever used to. And writing is primarily, been my saving grace. You can keep so much of the other things, but as long as I can write, I've got a chance. As long as I'm writing honestly and not trying to use my writing to, I don't know, convince myself that I'm something other than what I am, or convince other people that I am something other than what I am, or something like that. Or use my writing to take advantage of situations, or things like that. I'm not sure if I have that sort of ability or not, but the potential is there. So I just try to keep myself between, so, there is room for a poetic license and creative embellishment or exaggeration. But when it comes to like things that matter, real feelings, keep it real, keep it honest, keep it true, say what I mean, try to say it as clearly as possible, with as few tangents, colorful as they may be with their flourishes. But try to say what I mean with less ado. So it's all very frustrating to me still, but I'm getting better. I think so. And I'm the only one that's paying attention. So keeping tabs on me. So anyway, my thoughts were kind of all over the place a little bit today when I was thinking about it, the subject. And I was trying to convince myself that maybe it's all real and I just don't know it. And it's like, I was the one that introduced it, back in early October, as like, hey, my thoughts are leading this way. What do you think? And then immediately it was like, within a couple days, it's like, and I saw a change in status, and I was like, but then it had a date from way before even I was around, and I was like, well, is that just to throw people off, to throw me off or something? I'm not sure. Or maybe it was a fulfillment of a prophecy that started on that date, and then I came around, and it's like, now it's like real, because I asked, and so, or something. I don't know. It's very confusing, and I don't know. I'm just like, autistic communication is very, I know it's frustrating for me because I have to deal with me all the time, and on the same respect for them, for her, she has to deal with herself all the time, so she knows what she means by all the stuff she says, and I kind of know what I mean by all the stuff I say, but then there's that, we don't have that. I think we're both trying. Maybe it's just me. It could be just me. And she might think on her end that it's just her. But she can tell that I'm still here because I keep, and it's like, but it's difficult. And it's like, maybe then I start to unravel. And I was like, well, maybe whatever time when there was interest, I missed it or something. And maybe she's no longer interested, or maybe somebody else came around and now has her interest and she's speaking to them. She's not differentiating between people. They fall into categories or something, and she uses the same metaphors to speak to everybody, and people fall in and out of those categories in her mental landscapes or something. I don't know how her processing works. Or it all could, I'm just guessing. And there's no disrespect meant by my guesses. But again, we're way into this video, so no one watches, so I don't have to worry. And besides, these are just my thoughts, my private thoughts. So I'm just throwing out hypotheses and theories, and what I think today will be different tomorrow. And I'm not claiming to be right about anything. All I can know is that it's like I might not be right about anything, but I cannot be wrong about how I feel. And I think it still might not be right, though. There's no truth behind. As soon as it leaves me, it's like the truth. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough out of me. I should go do something else. And it looks like the snow has stopped. What a pity. But it'll snow again. Winter's just getting started. We still got another month of autumn. So, anyway, those are my thoughts on this 14th of November, 2021. This is what I was doing. So, I had an interesting day. Until next time.